how ideas, innovations, and initiatives drive real growth at the workplace.
As you may know that I hire a lot of freshers from college. They will have a lot of ideas, but when they come to the organizations, they don't know how to really take that into an innovation.
Most of the organization, they really need a people who really can automate their process to really save some money, save some time. Everyone is looking for this innovation and ideas.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Spark Coaching Experiential Life Lessons podcast. As you all know, I'm Anika Datta, director at Sanjeev Datta Personality School, a master's in organizational behavior, and a mentor to working professionals who want to build a powerful personality. We know that this podcast is not about theory, it's about real professionals and their real stories. So, what we'll be talking about today is how ideas, innovations, and initiatives drive real growth at the workplace. Okay. So, ideas are not actually about being the loudest or the smartest person in the room. As a professional, how do you give ideas? By noticing gaps, by asking better questions, and always staying curious. When it comes to innovation, it's not just for tech teams, it's how you improve a process, fix a broken system, or even communicate better with people. And lastly, when we talk about initiative, that is the difference between people who wait for direction, wait to be told what to do, and people who become the reason that real change actually happens in a workplace. When professionals bring all three of these things to the table, they perform better, they shape the culture in their organizations, and that's exactly what we're going to explore with our director thought leaders. So, you'll hear from our panel of working professionals who've taken initiatives in their own organizations, sometimes in small ways, sometimes on a larger scale, to spark something new. Now, everybody, please ensure that we will have a 1.5 minute speaking time. Please adhere to that. I don't like cutting you off. So please be brief, succinct, and think about what the audience can take away from your experience, their learning outcome, their inspiration. And to the audience, I ask all of you, take notes, reflect, and most importantly, ask yourself, where am I waiting and where could I be initiating? Let's dive in, shall we? Let's start with Ananya Sahu.
Thank you, Ms. Anika. Thank you for the opportunity. Hello to the remaining 83 people. So this is one of the ideas that I implemented recently in my organization. It's not groundbreaking, but does a decent job. So I joined this organization 6 months, 4 to 6 months ago, and along with my leadership role, I also delivered some technical training sessions to help my organization catch up with the technicalities.
Okay.
Now, as I got busy with my work, I wasn't able to deliver session every month. So what I proposed is have a team of trainers who can deliver these trainings on my behalf. However, I saw the quality of trainings were not that great because although they had technical expertise, what they lacked is they did not understand the audience, whether it's a 2 year, someone with 2 year experience or someone with 20 years experience. So to tackle this, what I proposed is let me have one more session only with the trainers, not with the trainees, on the session called the Train the Trainees. So that way, I let them understand the audience first. Ask them pause wherever it is needed. Do a storyline in your training. Have a story, have a script, so that they can deliver better trainings by understanding to whom they are delivering the training. So that's the idea I had proposed to my organization. It's still in progress. It may take more 2 to 3 more weeks to get it done, but that's the idea that I have proposed.
That's wonderful. That's the perfect example of seeing what you can contribute, then taking a decision and then making it right. Sure, it'll take
Absolutely.
some time to shape up, but at least you've gotten the ball rolling. And because you're so new in the organization, I think that's also an excellent way of standing out and seeing that this is a thoughtful, conscious worker. Amazing. Thank you for sharing your experience, Mr. Sahu. Can I go to Ms. Sumi Dinkar? She always has such powerful insights. I can't wait to hear this. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Alika, and hi, everyone. I am Dr. Sumit Dinkar. I am currently working as a principal manager in one of the reputed organization. I have around 2.5 decades of experience in research and development. And this question is very apt for me because, I develop a lot of young researchers for developing developing curiosity in them so that they can come up with a new invention. Some of the important aspects which I have brought into the table is, as you may know, that I hire a lot of freshers from college and they will have a lot of ideas, right? But when they come to the organizations, they don't know how to really take that into an innovation. So I just want to give a little bit background with respect to idea to invention to innovation, why it is so critical for young researchers to understand. Because when they come, they don't know. Idea is only a one concept, right? It could be something which is new or novel. Invention is something you convert into a proof of concept, but innovation is something which really brings value to the organization, which is a solution comes to the really become a commercial success. That's where, making the team understand that how you take from idea to invention to innovation becomes very, very essential, right? So in my organization, what we have done is we have really giving them a training in terms of how can you really convert idea to invention to innovation. Whoever comes into the on board, and we give them a lot of real case scenarios, how they can bring a curiosity, and we tell them without thinking, come up with the idea, then we will really help you to convert into invention to innovation. So this is the process we have built up, and we are successfully able to get a lot of inventions now that is converting to innovation, which is really going to be helpful for the organization. Thanks for listening.
That's amazing. Can you also tell me a little bit about why you think initiative and innovation is so important at the workplace? What happens if we don't have it, and if you don't encourage, these freshers to come up with new ideas and then convert them into inventions? What happens then?
See, one of the inhibition with the new researcher is when they come to the industry, right? They see a lot of experienced people. They'll have a lot of inhibition to even speak about their idea, right? That is one part. The second part is some of the students, what they are still in me and myself. They are not in the graduation to we ourselves, right? For an organization, idea is not an important aspect. For organization to be profitable, it has to be an innovation, because it has to bring a value to the organization. That is where they don't understand feasibility, viability, and desirability aspect of the ideas. Once they understand, it is essential to have that for it to give a fruit in terms of impact. It could be a proprietary IP, or it could be in terms of a value which is coming in terms of a rupees or a dollars. So that's where it's very, very essential for them to understand how you really take from idea to invention, which is proof of concept, from invention to innovation, which is really going to become a successful commercial solution.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think innovation is the natural result of initiative. It's about solving everyday problems better, whether it's like a faster way of to doing something, creating a smoother experience for someone, a completely new invention or an idea, or just in a small manner, just tweaking a process to make it better. So that's how I think one individual can quietly shape the success of the entire organization and its future. So you're absolutely right. Thank you. I know it took a little bit of extra time there.
I'm sorry about
Let's
that.
move to, no, no. I asked you the question. Let's go to Mr. Jaswant Singh.
Thank you, Anika. Thank you for this opportunity. Hello, everyone. So my name is Jaswant Singh. I am a chartered accountant with 25 years of experience into finance field. So I would like to tell you about the ideas where I feel that from finance, we have a lot of things to do to improve or bring efficiency or productivity into the system, because over the years, when you grow as an industry, you have lot of competitors coming in, and they bring lot of automations that will reduce their costs. So to be more competitive with those competitors, so you have to bring down your costs, not by reducing the cost, but by optimizing your resources, bringing more efficiency into the business, into the resources. So where I into finance field, I see there are a lot of opportunities we have. Like, let's say we are preparing our financial statements, we are preparing MIS, we are preparing budgets, forecasting. So we do. When I joined my organization, I see we were doing a lot of manual things there. So what
Mm,
do I see? There are a lot of opportunities we can optimize or make the solution that automate the budgeting process. Only we will put in some input which are more important, and rest everything can be done through the system. So all calculations or presentations, everything.
mm.
That's how it reduced a lot of efforts. Earlier it was taking 2 to 3 months to prepare our budgets and forecast. Now we will finish within 1 month. A lot of effort saving there. Thank you.
That's excellent. That's very, very nice that you've optimized human effort
Yeah,
and taken that initiative because ultimately, technology can be so important in terms of, just kind of increasing your organizational efficiency. So we can't be running away from it. We have to embrace it.
absolutely.
Okay, let us have Mr. Rajneesh Sani. I'd love to hear from you.
Thank you, Anika, for the opportunity. I'm excited to share the latest innovation or the ideas that I brought onto my team, right? I'm Rajneesh Sani. I'm having almost a couple of decades of experience behind myself now. Uh, Recently, I shifted my team, and I was, in fact, asked to present how am I going to build this team up from scratch, right? So basically, presented the whole framework to drive this new team from scratch to excellence to my leadership. At the hindsight, when I think about it, the hindsight, which is usually 2020, I think it fits all, and I'm so excited to share it. If you can fit in, we can try and fit into any new team framework or creation of team, right? So the idea was about three P's or three pillars, as I would like to call. First, talk about the product. What is our first and foremost, the bread and butter product delivery? What am I going to deliver as a team? Right.
Mm,
Second, the processes. What are we going to build on to run this team? Whether it is the act system processes, the people processes, or any which way. Right. The third and the foundation of that is the
mm,
people. How am I going to skill the people up? How am I going to build the people? How am I going to motivate them? So the three P's is what I presented to the leadership. How are we going to catch on each of these three pillars and build over a 3 month plan and a 6 month plan and a 9 month plan. So the
mm.
three pillars is what I presented to my leadership, and that is what we're working on right now.
How many months has it been now?
It's been almost 3 months. We're at a nascent stage. Of course, there are challenges.
Mhm.
You've got the stakeholder team who's ferocious as wolves. You've got the product team who's never willing to collaborate. You've got loads of challenges while you're working on this overall plan, and it is so exciting to eventually work and get this through. So onto it.
Right. Amazing. That's incredible. Okay, in the meantime, let's go to Mr. Prashat.
Happy morning, everyone. This is Prashant Kandala. Has got 20 years of experience into insurance, banking, and IT industry. Majorly, I deal with all major implementations, ERP implementations. So my major uh, business is not business. Like I work with an MNC company in Dubai. So they had a major transformation of transferring their existing ERPs to a new ERP, which is SAP HANA. So I was part of the old team. Then I dealt with all the data migrations and interfaces and other things. So it is redundant, like the system is going to replace with a new system, so I have no job. So what initiative I took is, I saw a gap, major gap, with the new implementation as this is evolving. And I have a better edge on the other side where I know the existing systems, team, all these things. So I took an initiative of having a end-to-end monitoring,
Mm.
which consists of all your bad jobs on daily basis, whatever interfaces are going on. And then if you have any error logs, proactively working rather than after realizing a day or later. So we proact. So my team, what I've done is I've built a team offshore. I'm leading from onshore. So this is completely vendor. So I belongs to the company, and then we have a vendor. I cannot name the vendor, but
Yeah, sure.
so we have a vendor who's supporting us from the offshore. So they all are freshers and mix match. So I picked up few people and then I trained them what is to be done on daily basis. Built a team along with the jobs what they are supposed to do it, and I've explained this to the management. Then now we have transferred to the AMS project, which is completely managed by the vendor, but
Mm.
onshore from the customer side, I'm the one who's supporting this. So this has helped me a lot with going into the new gel with the new team. So that's the initiative which I took.
Well, that's a fantastic initiative. Well done. Okay, let's have Mr. Ravi Manocha again, see how that's working.
Hi, Rika, and sorry for the inconvenience. So
Good.
I hope you can hear me now.
I can, yeah.
Right, good. So I have spoken about in the earlier class that initiative which I've taken in my organization, which is related to training the new management trainees who have come in. It's basically the training is more about aligning them to the organizational goal rather than making them flow into their departmentalized goals. So that this kind of a program can align them in understanding what an organization is looking from them, and they can think beyond what they
Mm.
are basically put into in the departments. One of the key learnings which I want to share with these students or with these trainees organization is basically making them write about the three important things which they have thought about the organization before they joined it. Because many times we have the kind of from the organization, there are some point of views which are there, but we then forget them when we join those organizations. So I insist them to write those 3 points and then see that whether the organization stands up to their expectation on those 3 points. And in the kind of an experience they're taking in a couple of years, what actions would they take, will they take in their own areas of operations to make the organization look like what they were looking at before joining it. So this is one of the main area when I'm talking about to those new joinees. And then there is so much. So this, once I deliver my first program, I will definitely share with the group here. Thank you.
That's super. So it's almost like a top-down approach, right? Where you're going first from general and then into specific. So you can first align the bigger goals for everybody in the organization and then go specific into their niches and departments and fields. That's genius. I'm happy that the organization adopted it. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, let's have Mr. Atul Dikshit share his experience, please.
Hi, Anika. Thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity. So I'm working in a alco brief company. It's leading alco brief company. I'm working in business development, leading a team as a cluster head. So my work is to get the business delivered. And earlier I used to track a lot of data points. I used to follow up a lot, and that was pressurizing my team. So that idea came to into my mind that why not to collaborate and motivate team to drive the results. So I invented a contest wherein I adopted three-dimensional approach, and I designed a contest for the trade partners, for the consumers, and for the team as well. And in this way, team got motivated. They competed with each other, and I conducted reward and recognition ceremony for them. And they were rewarded by my vice president, and they got so much motivated. And this concept was adopted by my organization as well. And by the result, we are now high performing team. in the north. And recently, my company also introduced a contest called Prahar, which we won. By the result of that, me and my team is going to Bali tomorrow for a week as a reward. So this is the concept which I introduced and copied by my organization, which is propelling to us in achieving higher goals and success going forward. Thanks a
Oh,
lot.
wow. Well, I hope Bali is going to be amazing. That's such a great initiative, because there's always a little bit of healthy competition is always great in an organization. It really helps people to kind of push their limits and perform at their best without that external pressure and, all of
Yes.
that. So I think that's superb. All right. I hope you have fun in Bali.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let's go to Mr. Anil Solankar.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Kani Madam, for this opportunity. Recently, I have been transferred to one of the branch in the city. Basically, I am working in a banking industry and from last 16 years as a branch head. And recently, I have been transferred to a new branch, which is in the city. When I went into the branch, in that branch, there are ground floor, and above that, first floor is there. And branch manager cabin, my cabin is in the first floor, and all staffs are sitting in the first ground floor, and customers are waiting in the first floor, and somebody who want to interact, somebody have some complaints or anything, they have to come to the first floor to the ask to the branch manager. And some I feel there are some pensioners are also there. They are old age people. They have some issues, pension or regarding issues. They are also coming to by just to the first floor, which I feel very bad. And I taken a decision to shift my cabin from the first floor to the ground floor immediately. And this initiative made people's very uh, good, and they appreciated me. Number of pensioners came to me that you have made our trouble very less, and we are able to come. And my cabin door is always open. And one of yesterday only one of my pensioner came and told that, sir, earlier branch manager, when you want to meet him, we have to wait for 4 to 5 hours. Sometimes we are not able to meet in the day also, but you are opening your cabins. Because of that, what organizational benefit I am getting is I'm getting number of leads of pensions, personal loans, home loans. People are giving the lead to lead. Because of that, my budgets is getting achieved very fast. Within a span of only 1 month, I can achieve a 25 to 26% budget, which is a miracle in that branch which has happened. And another important story I want to share here. uh, we have the number of campaigns are going on there, but earlier people's where I don't know, they're not at all involving the peoples who are juniors, very less juniors like sweepers. There are some peoples who are not at all the part of the team. But I feel I have taken a meeting in the morning, every morning huddle meeting I have taken for the campaigns. And in that campaigns, I have to make a on that day the personal accident insurance campaign was there, and we want to make 100 personal accident insurance on that day. But literally there are many below managers are there, 2 3 people are there, not they are not able to do more than 10 personal accidents. But my sweeper lady, she had done 25 personal accident schemes with his contact, his networking. She felt very well. I given a chocolate and even planning to give some gifts to her. But she felt very well. And with this all learning from Sanjit sir, I'm trying to implement this in my office and getting the results. Thank you so much, ma'am.
That's very nice. Excellent initiatives. And it also shows you that if your door is open and if your mind is open, initiative can come from anywhere. You just have to be open to it as a leader. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Srinath. We're coming to the end of it, so maybe one or two people more, and then we're good. Go ahead, Mr. Srinath.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Annika, ma'am, for this opportunity, and thank you, others, for sharing, I think, very, very valuable insights. So, I am Srinath Radhakrishnan. I work for an oil and gas major in the industry or in the corporate financial planning for the last 17 years. So I would like to highlight one specific experience that I had while I was working for one of the refinery in US. So since I'm into the financial planning and analysis, so we analyze the financials quite often. So while looking at that, we've identified a major opportunities to streamline costs related to demurrage for the refinery. Meaning demurrage is nothing but when cargo operations exceed allotted time. And that means actually like, okay, time equals money for every minute or for every hour, you have to pay extra. And that's very huge. That'll be in dollars. And with this particular refinery had a specific issue because the shipping lines were congested. So that means it was causing extended wait times. And this money has become very, very large. It has become very, very sizable, running into millions. And when I looked at it further, so there was no consistent tracking mechanism to measure this impact, okay, because this has become a sunk cost. And even though it's kind of fairly bigger, we didn't have specific tracking mechanism. And what we've done is that I built a focus tool that kind of identifies a delay duration, hourly rates, root causes, and everything. And I've shared these findings with the business, and it kind of triggered valuable conversations around efficiency and ownership. So then when I sat down with them, it was an eye-opening for the business because they were not aware that, okay, the money kind of was leaking, the amount of money and what can be done differently. And then the big change that they've done is that they've kind of scheduled the ships accordingly because they made changes because many times I think 2 or 3 ships were coming at the dock and waiting for it. Rather, they've done it and they've changed it, they've changed the scheduling. And that means time, as I mentioned, time equals money. And then they were able to kind of lessen the number of hours these shots are being docked, the place, and then that means much lesser cost or financial impact to the company. And with this improved scheduling strategies and significant reduction in demurrage expenses, this all happened through the kind of collaborative actions with all multiple teams in our company. And the learning outcome that I've kind of realized is that many times we might kind of miss out or we might overlook many of these things. But some of these biggest breakthroughs, because we have saved in millions, I would say maybe we were incurring around 12 millions or so. We kind of reduced maybe 1 to 2 million at that point in time, and then kind of shared it with other teams as well for their best practice sharing. So key learning that I've got. So some of these biggest breakthroughs doesn't come from say some of the biggest changes. Rather, it can come from maybe very, very small things. It could be hiding in plain sight. Once we look at that, once we bring that to the fore, this can do wonders. So just want to share that.
Very nice. And a perfect example of understanding the process, really getting into it and then improving it. There's so many things that a lot of people just don't think about. And that's where leakages happen. So
Right.
great observation and excellent initiative.
Thank you.
Mr. Mahesh Kumar.
Thank you, Anika, for giving me this opportunity. Personally, I feel if as a senior person, I feel I'm thinking I'm the smartest person in the room or meeting room, then definitely I'm in the wrong room. So my name is Mahesh Kumar, and I have around 18 years of experience in IT industry and working as a lead architect in my organization. Personally, I feel even most of the organization, they really need a people who really can automate their process to really save some money, save some time. This is everyone is looking for this innovation and ideas. To achieve this in my last organization, I also proposed one of the idea in my manager. And in that idea, I really save some licenses for end user, and this gives some money to in project or save some money for organization. My manager really liked that idea, and he implement that idea in multiple project. So this is something I got recognition all organization level. The second, I would say, like the second very small idea I gave in my team also in the current organization, I told since all developer, all team, they are working 5 days a week, so we can give Friday second half completely free. So they can do their self-learning, finish their pending work or something, so they can have time for their self to grow also. So this is also idea like by my manager, and we implemented. So in the last, I would say we really need a people who can think out of the box, and people who will watch this video, I will also say them think out of the box and try to innovate, find out some ideas which is really beneficial for you and for the organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, everybody, that's time. Thank you so much. What I learned is that I think when you start giving ideas, innovations, taking initiatives, you become somebody that is irreplaceable. You definitely get noticed and you grow faster. And teams that value initiative, their morale is higher. People feel more of a sense of ownership, and change in an organization actually feels possible. But at the same time, there are teams that ignore it. And in those teams, I'm sure you've experienced it for yourselves. Burnout is common. Ideas stay locked in people's heads, and growth only depends on top down decisions. So, what do we learn? We learn that it's not just about being good at your job, it's about growing into the kind of professional who actually adds value wherever they go. So you have to go beyond the work that is assigned to you, take initiative, innovate, come up with processes, make them better. And if you're someone who wants to understand what's holding you back or what's possible with the right direction, you can also book a 1:1 personal assessment, a 10 parameters assessment with one of our trained personality coach advisors that'll dive deep into your communication, your confidence, decision making, and much more. That's all for today. Bye bye, everyone.